People of the internet, welcome back to the Armbar arcade and welcome back to Nay's Retro Lounge for Tekken 4 once again. This time it's going to go a lot better than last time. Last time we dropped all the frames, this time we're going to drop none of the frames. We've got the new Beast PC, we've got a Space Dandy t-shirt. It's raining outside, my train was delayed, but you know, we're going to make the best of what is basically a terrible day and play some Tekken 4. So yeah, we've got some modes. Tekken games often like to offer several modes. We've got the story battles, we've got the arcade mode, we've got team battle, survival, practice. Practice isn't really a mode for me. I practice in battle. Training mode, which I don't know how training and battle are different, but okay. Compete for the fastest time inputting 20 commands. How exciting! And Tekken Force mode, of course. So we're going to check out and see what difficulty level we're on. We're on medium, 2 rounds, 60 seconds. No guard damage. That looks okay. Mic could be louder. Yes, it could. How about now? It is louder. I wasn't quite sure how far away to be from the mic because I watched back the Dance Dance Revolution stream and I was like getting excited, so I got super close to the mic. But I think we're fine. So yeah, we're going to start off with some story battle. We're going to play through the game while following the character's story. A movie will show at the end of the game. Well, that's great. I like movies.
Welcome to the
So we've got some choices. We haven't got everyone unlocked at the moment, but we've got Law, we've got King, Steve, Christy, Brian, Paul, Kazuya, Xiao Yu, Marduk, Yoshimitsu and Hwarang. I am going to personally go for Steve's quite a good choice because he's kind of, his moveset is a little bit difficult to combat, so I think we'll play Paul. Did I see the Shenmue 3 E3 bit? I didn't, but I heard it was going to be Epic Store exclusive, so we'll see how that goes. At least on PC anyway.
Swelling with pride, Paul returned home. However, unknown to Paul, Ogre morphed into his second form, True Ogre, and the tournament continued after his departure.
Wait, so he won the tournament but then just went home without defeating the final boss? Paul, what are you doing?
Although Paul claimed that he was the true champion of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 3, few believed him. And even those who did eventually grew tired of his attitude.
This is when they started ramping up the story in Tekken games to be all-consuming.
Eventually, his dojo went out of business from the lack of students. One day, Paul spotted a newspaper flyer announcing the King of Iron Fist Tournament.
There's only one way to prove you've won a tournament, and it's to win the next tournament.
Burning with desire to win this tournament, Paul decided to put his reputation on the line and prove once and for all that he was the one true champion. He proclaimed, "This time, I'll be the undisputed champion."
Great, well that's all we need to know really. I remember last time we played as, I think, Law, and he had like some restaurant chain that he brought back from the dead. Black and Mild is here, welcome. There we go, we're going to fight Kazuya straight away.
Fight.
And we're going to do that as our first move of the game. See, I've been playing a lot more Tekken 7 in the meantime, and I've kind of got better at dodging and blocking and everything, so expect a good performance, perhaps, in Tekken 4. I have played a bit of Tekken 4 like back in the day, but obviously it's not something that I have consistently played. But I did manage to beat AJ at it for the challenge belt, so we shouldn't be too bad. I'm liking the music. There's almost zero gravity here though. Everyone seems to be flying up in the air quite a bit. One more shot. There we go. Straight to the face. Watch Dogs 3 was announced. Okay, well, I mean, Watch Dogs 2 wasn't actually that bad. I know Watch Dogs 1 had some criticisms aimed at it, but I think Watch Dogs 2 kind of was okay. So maybe Watch Dogs 3 can be finally a good game in the series. Here's Law.
Round 1.
We're up against the Law.
Fight.
Let's try some grabs. I don't do enough grabs in Tekken. It's because they never come off, that's why I don't do them. Some sort of armbar. technique there. Perfect for our Twitch channel. And YouTube channel, I suppose. It's all called the same thing. It's set in London. Okay. That's interesting enough. I mean, you can't have enough games that are set in London. Like The Getaway was set in London, obviously GTA London. I can't think of that many more games that were set in London, so we need a few more, I would say. Because it's cool to recognise all the places you've like been to, especially if you live in London. I suppose you might be a bit tired of London if you live like in central London. But then there's always sleeping dogs for that. So the gameplay is pretty smooth in Tekken 4, like obviously it's the first one on the PS2. And it just feels... It feels a little bit better than Tekken 3, I've got to say. Although Tekken 3 is the classic, Tekken 4 just absolutely feels good. I have got Tekken... I've seen Tekken 5 and Tag Tournament in my games folder, so we can carry on down this Tekken road for a little while in the Retro Lounge. Obviously at some point we will run out of Tekken games. It's kind of interesting to play through a series and just see the progression. I mean, if you remember in Tekken 1 we just could not beat Heihachi Mishima for the life of us. And now we're just kind of running through opponents with ease. Potentially we've got a little bit better at Tekken games in general, but I think Tekken 7's kind of done that for me as well. Like, I block a lot more, I take a lot less damage from silly attacks. He says, taking damage from silly attacks. There we go. Marduk's a toughie, he's big. You think 4's worse than 3? That's fair enough. It feels a little bit slower, like 3 definitely feels like it's a classic. I've always had a little soft spot for 4, especially since beating AJ in the challenge belt. Like, that really cemented its place. But I remember playing it when I got it and enjoying it. Tekken 5 is a game I haven't actually played that much of, and obviously the next logical step in the Retro Lounge. So if you've played any of that, let me know how it is. I'm going to do an armbar to Marduk, of course. I think Tekken 7 for me is by far the best in the franchise. It plays amazingly. There's loads of... There's 36 characters, I think, from the start unlocked. Bit of ground and pound here from Marduk. Thanks for that, my dude. Have a kick to the face. But yeah, I haven't played 6. I'm not even sure if I own Tekken 6, but it doesn't really qualify for the Retro Lounge. Maybe I'll have to, at some other point, just explore Tekken 6. And I'll try and get Tekken 7 on the channel because I actually really enjoy it. And I suppose I could just do it for a one-off kind of Nays Lounge. Nays Modern Lounge, if you will. Here we are at the airport, preparing for our international flight with an international fight. See what I did there? I'm sure you did. That's what I'm talking about with blocking, though. I'm definitely more on the blocks now. You can hit me once, but you can't combo me. That's it, Nays Retro Future Lounge. Does it not sound like I'm coming through the snowball? There are no other mics though, so I think I must be. I will check the settings. Give me a moment just to destroy Brian. Otherwise, we'll have the first loss on our record. And we don't want that just yet. Let's have a little look.
You win round 2. Fight.
Let me just try and sort out our little mic issue. Let's see what Streamlabs says about that. Not too much. I think I am coming through the snowball because as I move towards and away from it, it's... Maybe it is the webcam mic. Is it the webcam? I think it is the webcam mic. Okay, hold on. We're going to be changing some settings on the fly. Although I'm not sure we can. Can we change settings on the fly? Hold on. Audio input capture. Yeah. That's weird. We're not getting a blue snowball option. I have got like several thousand devices plugged into one USB splitter, so maybe that's also causing us some issues. Yeah, it looks like I can't change it without resetting the stream, so I guess I'll have to just talk up a little bit. It is still quite quiet because I can turn the webcam mic up. Let me know. Might need to focus on fighting Brian momentarily. Okay, we'll try that. It's there we go. Well, I can push the snowball out the way then because... And to be fair, I can get a little bit closer to the webcam. Maybe that'll also help. Tell me if that's now miles too loud, but we'll make do. I can't get the snowball up today, but next Retro Lounge, it'll be back and better than ever. And at least you can hear me. It's not like everything's absolutely silent. Warang wants to fight us in some sort of hot vent room. That's fine, mate. We'll take a steam bath with you. What's it called? A steam room. We'll go to the sauna with Warang, is what I'm trying to say. I like how it lets you move around before you fight. I can't remember if all the Tekkens did that, but you can sort of set up for your moves. I've definitely become a bit more rounded in my fighting style since playing Tekken 7. Ouch. There we go. Cyberpunk 2077, yeah, Keanu Reeves announcing that. It's weird. Not a massive fan of like Cyberpunk stuff anyway, or Keanu Reeves. I like Point Break. Point Break's good. Oh, here's Steve, the most the spammiest character perhaps in Tekken 4. Because he can only punch, so two of his kick buttons are blocks, I believe, or they're some sort of low punch. They're blocks in Tekken 7. He's as annoying in Tekken 7 as he is here, but he's more annoying if you've got someone button mashing. When the AI plays as him, he's not actually that bad, because the AI plays like a normal Tekken player, perhaps. Oh. There's the kick. Yeah, he's good for button mashers, but everyone else absolutely hates him. It's fair enough. I mean, I think it's good to have a few characters that are good for button mashing, because I know then once I can beat people button mashing with the spammy characters that I'm just invincible with a character, which is where it's getting to with Tekken 7. We're going to have to play some Tekken 7, AJ. It's unavoidable. It's like one of my games of the year here, even though it came out in 2017. Oh, there we go. We've destroyed a concrete pillar with Steve's body. Let's watch the replay. Boom! Structural integrity degraded.
You win. Nothing like a good workout.
Stage 7. I don't know how many stages there are to Story Battle. Obviously we got told that Paul thinks he won Tekken 3, but now he's like proving it by winning Tekken 4.
Round 1.
Okay, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a plays video on Tekken 7. I would be more than up for that. It is a great, great game. I think you'll enjoy it, and the variety of characters is much, much bigger than any other Tekken game I can think of. I haven't played 6, though, is the only caveat to that. What is the bear doing? Well, it turns out the bear's even spammier than Steve. That's our first loss. So we're going to attack him from behind like a cheap, dirty attack. Okay, we're good. It was just a momentary lapse of... Oh, okay. And punch the bear, punch the bear, punch the bear. Disclaimer, do not punch bears in real life. Bad idea. Will learning Tekken 7 help with other Tekken... Yeah, to be fair, learning Tekken 7 has helped me to block in all the other Tekken games. Because I'm constantly pressing back on the D-pad when I used to just be pressing forwards. If you press forward, you get damaged. If you press back, you can resist quite a lot of damage. And that's how we're staying alive in most situations. Obviously, not all the time we are avoiding attacks, but... See, I forget to sidestep. That's one thing I don't do a lot in Tekken.
You lose. Continue.
Yeah, I need to know how you read the rankings in sim racing. Like, who's how many seconds behind? Who knows? It's just a mystery.
Fight.
To be fair, we were getting decent at Sarv until Project Cars 2 did a thing. The thing that shall not be mentioned. This bear is far too strong. I'm pretty sure that... Can you... Let me out of the corner, bear. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
You lose.
I mean, as far as I know, Shenmue's free.
Fight.
Get off the floor, bear. As far as I know with Shenmue 3, the Epic Store exclusive only extends to PC versions, and I've ordered the PS4 version, so we should be good. I didn't know I'd have a beast PC by this point, otherwise I probably would have got it on PC. Yeah, that's a point. Send for Khabib. Send location, and Khabib will come and fight this bear for me.
You win.
Final round.
Final round.
Stop jumping. I'm going to armbar a bear. I'm going to... If it's the last thing I do, and it probably will be, I'm going to armbar this bear. There we go. Armbar on the bear. Take that, bear. He's got the high ground. He's barely got any health left. And I was killed for making that pun, so...
You lose. Continue.
I know! Why can you enter a bear into the King of Iron Fist? And a panda! There is a bear and a panda. 2 bears, in fact.
Round 1.
And a man with a leopard head. Like, there's some furry stuff going on in this tournament, honestly. I think what it is the bear loves to duck. And if there's one thing I don't do enough in Tekken, it's ducking moves. So every time he's ducking, he's just avoiding my normal moves. So we're going to try and rectify this. Might be too late for this round, but I'll give it a good go. There we go, he's taking a kicking. The bear is annoyed. He's got some sort of Sons of Anarchy logo on his back. There we go, trip up the bear. Yeah, I honestly think the bear just loves to duck, which isn't one of my Tekken tactics. It should be. There we go. We've got... Oh yeah, whatever Gon is. Kyrie's leaving the Celtics to become a free agent. It's about time. If you're not going to help us in the playoffs, then you can leave, to be honest. I like Kyrie less than I like this bear at the moment, and that's saying quite a lot. Do you mind? There we go, okay. We need some kicks. We need some big kicks on the bear. Big comeback. Ouch. Bigger than the Raptors comeback against the Bucks. We've got it. Oh! This bear is slaying me. This, like, I don't know what's going wrong. It's,
Round 1.
I never claimed to be that good at Tekken 4, but he's just got some nasty moves. I think we need to Yeah, that's it. Play the distance game. We're going to be Jacek against Jessica Andrade. Just take him apart bit by bit. There we go. It's just keeping distance and doing the spinny kicks. That is what has been serving us well so far. And still I think what it is with the bear, his attacks do a lot of damage. Exactly. Right. One more round. He always seems to come back to take a round as well. The worst characters always do that. They'll never let you win 2 rounds in a row. Come on, we got this. We got this. I ain't losing to a bear. I am losing to a bear. Okay, there we go. It's a good start. I've given up on doing any other moves because they're just not working. And as well, I suppose down and block will block that attack, but you know what? This bear, I've had enough of him. We're dismantling this bear. That's it. I've got to do down and block. That's what I've been missing. Because he's kind of got an all-fours pose, which has been the main method of devastation. There we go. We can block that. And then we can kick him in. Any strategizing against this bear is just met with refusal to be damaged. I'm pressing down and back, Jason. The problem is the second I go to attack, so does the bear. You good, bear? You good? We're going to have to play the strategic game. There we go. Well, this is the bear is the Heihachi Mishima of Tekken 4, clearly.
Fight.
I think the problem is that crouching counts as a block. So not only am I not hitting him with my non-crouching moves, he's getting me on the floor and blocking, so I'm just going to crouch. We're going to crouch this whole fight. There we go, it's the crouching. The crouching is what's going to do it for us. Eat that, bear. Here we go. This feels good, it's cathartic. I mean, has there ever been a sadder story than Ney trying to fight a bear? I just feel like there hasn't.
Round 1.
How many times have we lost to this bear now? Too many times, that's how many. And the thing is, the bear's nowhere near this good. In Tekken 7, the bear is absolute trash. The kicks are too short, so they never land. And while he has damaging moves, he's just not really a viable option in Tekken 7. Whereas here, he's just absolutely destroying. He's really good at clutch moves as well. Like, the second we go to finish him, he's like, oh no, actually, I'm going to win. Anyway, we've got 2 rounds to win this. We're like the Toronto Raptors. We've got 2 chances to win. We don't have to win this round, much as we would like to. There we go, that's a good move. Do some more of that. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. There we go. I've beaten the bear. I'm the new Khabib. The bear and the panda are both in 7. In fact, I think most of the characters from any game you can name are in 7, apart from like Gon and a few other ones. Some of them are DLC, but... Alright, so that was the second final stage. Here's Heihachi to be like, oh, I'm the final boss. It's like, it's alright, Heihachi. We've already fought a bear, it's fine. I like that they've got the arena in this one, like the cage. Ah, clip, wonderful. And Heihachi is wearing diapers. That is great, okay. Nick, what do we say about politics in chat?
Round 1. Fight.
So now I've got all my bear strats, Heihachi is just going to destroy us because I've forgotten how to fight normally. Now we should be fine.
You live round 2. Fight.
We might need your sword attack for Heihachi, Jason. He's much too mobile for an old man.
You lose. Continue. Round 1. Fight.
There we go, that's good. We'll get some beat down on Heihachi. And the armbar. One more hit. Can we get one more hit on Heihachi? Maybe. There we go. There we go. One more round. One of the great things about this is he doesn't transform into anything. He's just still Heihachi. A lot of the games are like, oh yes, here's the true form of the final boss. This one's just like, no, it's still Heihachi. It's literally just a man in a diaper. And I know that has a name. I think it begins with a Y, but it's a man in a diaper. It's like Junior Albini. Rolled his UFC fight shorts up, and it did not look like a good look. Boom! The bad Heihachi beatdown is complete. He's got like rectangular sandals on. I know they're, again, Japanese thing, I know, but they literally look like concrete blocks on his feet, so not very stylish. Paul became the undisputed champion of the tournament and assumed absolute power over the Mishima Zaibatsu. I love how the intro cutscene was like narrated, and this one's just like, yeah, we really couldn't be bothered, we ran out of budget. Though Paul inherited Mishima Zaibatsu's vast fortune, he let others handle the day-to-day affairs of the company. Eventually, his executive position became nothing but a job title. In the end, Abel's total control over him resulted in a life of depravity for Paul. Well, that's nice. It's good to know that... Oh, here we go, fully animated cutscene.
Alright, let's take a cab.
He looks a bit different there, he's changed his hair up. Yeah, to be fair, it was. I think the gap at the end of the line, because it hadn't come up yet, also added to the effect of World Super Police.
Paul! Hey,
He wants to fight. He doesn't want to take a cab. He wants to ride. Zoom zoom, mother truckers.
Ain't my style.
Ain't my style. And there he goes off into the blinding light of the afterlife. I don't know. It's pretty bright. And well, that was Paul's story mode. We're going to skip the credits because some people made the game. I'm going to turn a light on because it's getting dark. And we back. Well, that was that. So arcade and time attack, fairly similar. You just play through the game for like 10 stages. What's with the Mega Drive hat? I'm wearing a Mega Drive hat. That's what's with the Mega Drive hat. There is a little button badge of Lily from Animal Crossing on there because she is best villager. We're going to do a team battle because it's time. Obviously an 8-man team. So we've unlocked Jin as well. So we'll have Jin. We'll see what he's like. We'll have King, Law, Kazuya, Brian, Steve, Yoshimitsu and Hwarang. Going with the all boys. The boys team.
Final round. Fight.
Yeah, Nate plays Animal Crossing. 3DS, my dude. I love how you can just punch people in the back. It's like, they haven't turned around yet, but you're still open to attack them. There we go. Yeah, new leaf, of course, 3DS. They announced a new Animal Crossing, in fact, for the Switch in the Nintendo Direct at E3, so I'll be looking out for that. I probably will be getting a Switch just to play that, because it's a nice chill game. When you come back from work, sometimes you don't want to be beating up boxers and bears and whatnot. Sometimes you just want to chill in your own little village, so... Here we go, we're fighting Hwarang in a mall? A department store? I don't know. Yeah, it's in like a shopping mall, so exotic locations for these fights. Let's see if Jin's got any throws. Well, that's a throw. There we go, clutch win. You've got Lily in your town. I want Lily. I don't have Lily in my town, unfortunately. I've got some good village. I've got some good villagers. I've got Butch. I've got Gabby. I've got Rold. Rold's a cute little penguin dude. He's like a buff penguin. He's great. But yeah, I play Animal Crossing. Of course I do. I play all sorts of things. I think limiting yourself to any genre of games is a little bit... Okay. Thanks, Christy. She just killed Jin. She's absolutely murdered Jin.
Did you hurt yourself?
So that's happened. But that's alright, we didn't have much help. We're going to come straight back with King versus Christy. And we're on top of a building. This is bringing back flashbacks to fighting a bear, but okay. See, Christy's quite interesting because she's, I think she's Eddie's protege, so she fights a lot like Eddie. But everyone is susceptible to being hit repeatedly. There we go, get these combo ground attacks in. And a throw move maybe? Or a kick. Anything that will finish the fight, King. I really don't mind. Did she just block the entirety of that combo almost? Double KO! We will, Jason. Let me know in the Discord when you want to visit my town, or I'll visit your town, or something like that. So, that was a draw. Which means 2 new fighters this round. So I'm going to be Law, and of course the computer has chosen Steve because it wants to be spammy. Luckily, Law is also pretty spammy. He can't do that though. There we go, he can do that. Steve is a real test of my patience in this. There we go, Kazi will take care of it. Kazi is actually incredibly powerful. Steve blocking like the best of them though. Excessive hits to the face to knock him out. He was already out. Stop, he's already dead. Definitely stop, he's already dead. And now we're picking him up by his neck because he's apparently not dead enough. Kazuya faces Brian at the airport. They both missed their flight and now they're duking it out to the death for the remaining ticket on a later flight. This is what Ryanair makes people do. They're like, oh, we've only got 1 ticket left, lads. You'll have to organise a tournament between yourselves to see who gets it. That's really what the King of Iron Fist is all about. Low-cost airfares. Whenever I try and do a throw move, it just doesn't go well for me. I don't know what the secret to throw moves is. Anyway, it's Brian v Brian. The Brian off. Brian 2, the Brianing. Oh, nice. That's a good move. Do you think he's knocked out? I feel like just punching him a few more times in the chest will confirm. Don't stop until the ref pulls you off him, you know. Well, this is a familiar battle.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, nice. We're just blocking here. It's blocks. Well, it was Block City until I decided to attack, and then it was not Block City. This is fine. Now we've got Steve. Literally, we've chosen nearly all the same characters, so... Right, let's just spam. Because I'm not really good at button mashing, like... I like to strategize and plan my attacks. Still, it's coming down to the wire. They've got... The AI has 2 fighters left. I've got 3, including Steve, who's on some health.
Final round. Fight.
See, this reminds me of Streets of Rage, where you fight on a beach. Beaches of Rage, of course. Beaches of Iron Fist. That's a nice ranged attack. That's fair.
You lose.
Yoshimitsu. I'm not bad at Yoshimitsu in some games, but in Tekken 7 I'm abysmal at Yoshimitsu. He's just not great.
Final round. Fight.
That's a good move with Yoshimitsu though. He does fall over after he does it, so it has its drawbacks. There we go, good kick. Nice. There we go. That almost looked intentional. I mean it was, I just mean it almost looked like I meant to do that as well. And the last battle, Zhao Yu. Or Xiao Yu, if you want to be incredibly Chinese.
Final round. Fight.
Hold on, I'm dizzy. And now I'm not. She's quite spinny. She's like the... Oh. There we go. She's like the Tony Ferguson of Tekken 4. Loves her spin moves. But she also loves being sent into a spin by my kicks. Well, we're down to our last fighters. It's Hwarang versus Xiao Yu, but she's only got half a health bar. He's in his camo gear, so you can't see him at all. Where has he gone? There we go. The Empire strikes back. And we record a team battle win. It was close though. Started on a good couple of wins. There was the double KO. And then it basically went win, loss, win, loss, win, loss until I won. So yeah, I beat the computer at Tekken 4. Who would have guessed? Now Tekken Force Mode has had a bit of an upgrade in this installment. We had Tekken Force Mode in Tekken 3, I'm pretty sure. But it was nothing like this Tekken Force Mode. We're going to take Marduk, I think, and show you what's going on with it. So we start in stage 1, the military installation. What an exciting name for a stage. So everyone's got a health bar. It's a little bit Streets of Rage 2. So everyone's got a health bar. When you defeat them you get extra time. And you can sort of scroll the screen by moving about. It's a little bit kind of janky, like it will focus on different enemies at different times and moving forward changes because it's tank controls. But you know, it's a good extra mode. I think if this was the main mode I'd be like, what is this janky little game? But seeing as it's an extra on an already good fighting game, I think we can excuse it. There's an egg there. We've got some life up by eating an egg. There's no point killing already dead guys because we don't get any more time bonus than we've already got from them. But we have to wait for the view to lock onto the next enemy. Can we test how powerful Nay's computer is? By doing what, Nick? I did actually run a benchmark test on it. You can get a benchmark of like 3D graphics, 2D graphics, your memory and all your RAM and that. And they say 2000 on that is a good score. My computer scored 5,391. For context, I think AJ scored in the 3,000 and something range. But yeah, it's pretty good, Nick. That's all I can say. It's running at currently 6.5% CPU to stream this, whereas my laptop would be running at 150% CPU if it could, to even try and stream Tekken 4. So I think we can say safely that it's good. I played Rocket League at 160 frames a second, which wasn't even the maximum I could get. That was just what we capped it at. I mean, are there many other tests of a computer? It's that good. And once I start running music on it, I mean, it's over for you bitches. So yeah, I guess the thing to do in Tekken Force mode is just to keep a bit of time on the clock so you can run through all the enemies you have to. Come on, security guard number 1. There we go. Here's security guard number 2. They're all very originally named. Security guard 3, welcome to the party. They're not very good at guarding, I've got to say. If that is their main function. Security guard 4 is wearing green instead of blue. Oh, you want me to test the San Andreas explosive thingy on my computer? Well, I'd have to get a PS2 emulator. Currently, I've only got a Dreamcast emulator on there, but that runs at an amazing frame rate and doesn't really... Like, I think it still uses the Dreamcast limitations because in Crazy Taxi you can feel kind of the same feelings as you felt on Dreamcast, but honestly, it's pretty good. The thing is, if I play San Andreas on the PS2, obviously it won't make any difference because the PS2's limitations will be in order, so we'll have to download San Andreas for the PC, which I'm sure I can. In fact, it came out on PC, didn't it? So even better. Well, I'll do that sometime for you, Nick. So yeah, this is like, it's a bit of a discount beat 'em up feel to it. Like, if I bought this for 50p or something, I wouldn't be too annoyed. And because it's an extra mode to Tekken, it's really not that bad at all. You can collect chickens and eat them, which obviously if you're vegan isn't great, but if you're not vegan, or vegetarian, pretty good source of protein, I guess. Not that Marduk needs any more protein. Look at him, he's ripped. Well, there you go. I'll get San Andreas on PC, we'll plant some explosives and try and make the CPU do some work for once, because 15 of the cores are sleeping, mate. That's how good we're at. Reservist number 4. Stop blocking and start sleeping. Reservist number 5. They've got a reserve of these reservists, haven't they? Ah, Security Chief Goose. Security Chief Chicken. A variety of fowl. A Class 3 Security Guard. I mean, this feels a bit like a simple series title in the way that it's kind of presented to you, but because it's just a small part of the game, it's acceptable. And that's one thing I miss with modern gaming, is like actually having different sort of experimental modes. Like, there's not a lot of games that are free to experiment in the way that they'd probably want to. Oh, Marduk's kicks are just too much. People just dropping eggs and chickens all over the place. This place has a food hygiene rating of 0 because there's meat all over the place. It's not refrigerated. Salmonella risk is off the charts here. Aha, we've reached Combot. who is a combat robot, if you hadn't realised. He's also not bad at fighting. Well, that's that. The camera angle's a bit strange in this mode, so it's kind of... I will not be continuing, thank you very much, because I think it begins you at the start, and I can't be dealing with all of those security chiefs again. Yeah, combat's kind of hard, like... Not sure I appreciate quite how difficult they made combat. Let's try survival mode. We're going to fight continuously and defeat as many characters as possible. Options mode game settings do not affect this mode.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4.
I think we had a lot of fun as Jin, so I'm going to be Jin. He's quite durable and has some good powerful moves. Yeah, it's nice to actually be able to show you Tekken 4. Obviously I did try once before, but dropped several thousand frames. Now one thing that I do want to know is what came out after Tekken 4? Was it Tag Tournament or was it Fired? Because I have both ready to go, but I want to know what next week's Retro Lounge could possibly be. Perfecto. Yeah, Mokujin fights. I don't like either of them really. The way they fight. I just realised the overlay is still over to the right like it was for Dancing Stage. There's no reason for it to be over to the right except that my character's on the left, but maybe I'll keep it like this for a while.
Final round. Fight.
It's not blocking anything at least. So keeping as much health as we can is kind of the prime directive here. Going pretty well at the moment. I think the fights get harder as you go. See, Tekken 7 has a really great mode based on survival mode, which is the treasure battle mode. So you fight through as many opponents as you can, and you unlock the customization items and I say virtual currency. It's not the bad kind. They give you plenty of fight money. You can't buy it with cash as far as I know. And it just unlocks the outfits and gives you a bit of a reason to play Treasure Battle Mode. Because once you play through the story, like, you need some replayability, and that's where it is. There's no Tekken Force Mode in Tekken 7 because, well, of course there isn't. But there is Tekken Bowling, which is like £11.50 on the DLC. So if you want to go 10-pin bowling with Tekken characters, then feel free to download that as well. I haven't yet, but I might. I'm not anti-DLC, I'm just anti the £61 price tag to get all of the DLC.
Final round. Fight.
Yeah, I'm going to see how many characters I can beat in survival mode, and then we've pretty much played all Tekken has to offer, Tekken 4. I know these streams have been about an hour for Tekken. I think that's about right though, because obviously fighting games do one thing well, and that's fighting. Maybe we could run through the story mode again if you're feeling a particular character. Let me know, because once we lose in survival mode, that's what we're going to be thinking about. If not, then this has been a pretty complete summary of Tekken 4. It's a good game. I like the destructible environments. I like how sharp it is on the PS2 compared to the PS1. It feels nice and fast. All the movements feel good. You can chain together your combos nicely. Do stuff like that. Tag Tournament was before 4. Well, that's hilarious, Jason. I will play it next week anyway. I was going to look it up, and then I thought, why do that? Why look it up when we've got a mod who will tell us anyway? It's fun, like Jason has so much knowledge about different games. Like, we get car setups from Jason, we get Tekken stuff from Jason, we get Animal Crossing facts from Jason. It's just wonderful. You are the MVP. The mod valuable player, if you will. The MVM? Let me hit you, Craig. I don't know why he's called. He doesn't look like a Craig, but he is apparently Craig Marduk. Oh, he blocked it. Block that. So yeah, probably tag tournament next week. I'm thinking, well no actually, no, not next week. I'm going to an art exhibition that my friend is exhibiting some art at, so I won't be doing a retro round next week on Wednesday. There is potential to do one on Thursday if we're feeling it, but otherwise it will be the week after next. That's just how things be. Sometimes life gets in the way. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to play 5. Well, there we go. 6 wins in a row was my limit. You need more practice. You're right. I do. Yeah, because I know there's Dark Resurrection on the PSP and Tekken 3D, but they're not really main series installments as such. I'm going to do one more story battle run through, because it's only 9 o'clock. We're going to run through with Jin, because he feels great to fight with. And, yeah. It is a shame. You could get 7 though.
Australia, a city crowded with buildings, new and old. Nestled amongst the towering buildings was a small dojo. A young man trained there in silence, his face hidden by
Well, it's Jim, we know it. We've just selected him. You don't have to tell us, oh, he's hidden, he's mysterious.
Day after day, Jin trained in the traditional art of karate. Ever since his betrayal by Heihachi, Jin loathed anything related to the
So he wanted to control it instead.
His fighting style, the devil gene in his blood, everything. Thanks to the dojo master's training, Jin unlearned
He unlearned the fighting style.
and mastered the art of traditional karate.
Oh, that's a shame, Jason. Well,
Jin burned with desire to destroy the evil Mishima
someday we will play Tekken 7, somehow.
and his father Kazuya. Upon hearing rumors of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, Jin hardened his resolve to enter the tournament.
So he's going to destroy the Heihachi Mishima by winning the tournament and then being like, disband that Mishima.
Come on.
No, you come on.
Round 1. Fight.
Another interesting fact about Tekken 7 is when you play the treasure battle mode, if you get perfects or greats or anything like that, you get another treasure chest to unlock another item. So it's worth playing well. It's one of these games where it rewards you for playing it and it rewards you for playing well. There's tons of content. It's just really good, you know. Steve is just absolutely weak. You know what, if you can drive a southeastern train in Watch Dogs 3, I am buying that on release, because why not? It's just the ultimate London thing to put in a game. I assume you won't be able to, but it would be cool if you could. Just hijack a southeastern train. Make your way through all that flooding that kept me from getting home early today. Is anyone even a match for me? I feel like in the course of this stream I've got better at Tekken 4. It plays quite differently to Tekken 7, like, I don't think much of my Tekken 7 practice has helped. Apart from, like, distance fighting. And, like, combos stringing together. But then the first 2 rounds are always pretty easy anyway.
You win.
Speedrun time. That's fair enough. I haven't played 5 at all, so it's going to be interesting to see how 5 is.
Fight.
I think 6 and 3D are on the same engine, so I have played 3D, but I haven't played 6, so I know a bit of how it fights, but Tekken 7 is just something else. Like, there's so many fighters, so many environments, there's story episodes for each fighter, there's the main story. There's online play. There's treasure battle mode. It's just the best Tekken. It's Tekken Tekkers. Come here. Get over here. There we go.
You round 2. Fight.
See, I forget, if you don't press anything in Tekken, it also blocks, but I prefer pressing back just because I'm in constant movement that way. Like, if you're not pressing anything, you're not playing Tekken correctly, I think. Yeah, being a black cab driver in Watch Dogs 3 would also be very cool. Alright, mate, where do you want to go? Oh, that'll be £18.50, mate. Yeah, that's what the meter says.
You lose final round.
I know I've only dropped you 2 streets over, mate. It's £18.50. Those Ubers are terrible. They're taking over. See, I'm already like halfway to being a black cab driver with the terrible fake accent. While this man juggles me. Can you stop juggling me, Law? That kick looks like it should be devastating, but it's blocked every single time I try and throw it. Some proper jungle jazz going on behind our fight. There we go.
You win.
Stage 4, Brian.
Round 1.
Trying to think if Brian is in Tekken 7. I feel like he might be DLC, but he might just be one of the characters that I don't often play as. My Tekken 7 mains are like Lucky Chloe, Shaheen, Bob. Everyone who's been introduced since Tekken 4 basically, so I can't go back and see their story because there isn't one. New characters are best characters. Yoshimitsu plays like absolute trash. Apparently Huareng is really high tier for pro players, but do I look like a Tekken pro? That's answered the question.
You lose. Round 2. Fight.
There we go, what a comeback.
You
With the Henry Cejudo of Tekken 4.
fight.
If we get a head kick, we can be the Valentina Shevchenko of Tekken 4. Even better. That was a very close fight. I'm not even that upset to have lost that.
Continue. Round 1. Fight.
Great. What did that achieve? Not much. It's weird, we sort of have this block standoff going. He'll block me, I'll block him. Nothing will really happen.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
There we go, we got a running kick in. I'm happy. I'd be even happier if I could win though. Thing is, it seems to me like in Tekken 4 comebacks aren't a massive thing. Tekken 7 has some great comebacks. Like, I'm not sure when they introduced Rage Drive stuff, whether it was Tekken 6 or 7, but when you get low on health, you get a special move that helps you sort of make a comeback, and that adds so much of a strategic element to Tekken 7. Absolutely love it. The whole reason I've gone back and played all these Tekkens again is because of Tekken 7, so that should say quite a lot about how good of a game it really is. Let's finish Brian off, come on.
You win.
Stage 5, Xiao Yu, I'm coming for you. She's in her dress. We're on a rooftop. Here goes. I feel like the AI is blocking a lot more than it was before, but I could be wrong. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, I think I remember. Yeah, I remember Brian now. Thing is, the initial character list is so extensive that remembering who's actually in it and who's DLC is a bit of a challenge. I know Armor King is DLC, which I was a bit upset about. And then there's like Noctis from Final Fantasy and some other stranger choices. We got a Great, which is awarded for winning on a sliver of health.
Round 2. Fight.
Sometimes you just have to button mash. And sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, I didn't know that Negan was from The Walking Dead, but
Final round.
not a massive fan of that, to be honest. I'm not even a massive fan of Akuma from Street Fighter being in there because his moveset just is incompatible with Tekken. And yet, there he is. She better not pull off a Great. I'm telling you, if she pulls off a Great, I'm calling it there. I pull off the Greats here. Thank you very much.
You win.
That was tough though. It's Christy time.
Here we
Round 1. Fight.
Nice, we did some good damage from the floor there. Some big kicks coming in. Then the punches. And then maybe a throw? Yes, throw move to end it. Thank you, Jason. I'm assuming that was
Round
based on my celebration of the Great.
fight.
I always want like a reason for clip included. Can you get off the floor, please, Christy? It's dirty. It's literally a car park. There's probably oil and stuff down there. You know, it's just not a good place to. Can you stop? She's doing like some capoeira on me.
You loot final round. Fight.
I thought that was going to happen.
You
Just had a sneaking suspicion that might happen.
Round 1. Fight.
There we go, we're going to use the kicks to our advantage. I think Route Master in Watch Dogs 3 is almost inevitable if it's set in London. Like, any time in the past 100 years, there'll be a Route Master.
Round 2. Fight.
There we go, apparently she's now super easy.
You win.
My skills work in mysterious ways. It's Kazuya time. Okay. There's a bit of story in the middle, okay. The winner of round 7 by default is Kazuya. But me. Nanda? Jin was ambushed by the Tekken force. Do we win? Is that the end of the story? I think that's the end of his story. Man's being tortured. Oh, the devil gene's doing a thing. That's not a message I can get behind, Jason. Here we are.
Round 1. Fight.
I'll tell you what will be some next level Yakuza. Judgment. That is going to be the next level Yakuza game. Oh, what a close one. What an absolute close one.
You lose. Round 2. Fight.
Don't bring that spinning attack in here. Ah.
You lose. Continue.
Go on then. We'll continue.
Round 1.
I've got to say, work at the moment is making me the sleepiest person alive, so I can feel my eyes closing, but I also want to beat Kazuya. It's just one of those situations. I'll probably go straight to bed after this, which is rare for me. I usually stay up till like midnight, but there is just no way. Sleepy Nay is here. Mate, Judgment is coming out, like, in August.
You win.
I pre-ordered
Round
it
2.
and everything.
Fight.
I'm loving the bass in this stage. Like, it's kind of supposed to be creepy, but every now and then there's just like a little bit of like slap bass, like. That's fair enough, Nick, but were you pulling massive armoured cables into industrial risers? I don't think you were. You know, not that this is a competition, I'm just saying, I am tired. Man's just strong. Man's just incredibly, incredibly strong. Too strong, some would say.
Round 1. Fight. You round 2. Fight.
Well,
You lose.
I think that's going to be just about it for the Retro Lounge. I'd love to beat Kazuya, but
6.
we've seen what Tekken 4 is like. It's a great game.
4.
We've all been up for far too long, and should probably sleep now.
2.
So yeah, if you've enjoyed the stream and you're on Twitch, then consider following us or subscribing or doing whatever you want to do. If you're watching it on YouTube and you've enjoyed, then consider hopping over to Twitch and following us or subscribing over here. And yeah, Friday video is going to be the highlights of the Le Mans stream, hopefully. I think that's still a thing. And yeah, have a good evening, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you next time in the Armbar Arcade.